everyone, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. So today we have a video that was requested by a subscriber. This is Meet Your Next Boyfriend. Now I do already have a singles reading that is gender neutral, that is Meet Your Next Partner. I will try to have that linked in the description box. If I forget, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, so we have 3 groups to choose from today. We've got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. The timestamps are listed below in the description box, just like always. And yeah, let's get into it. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're actually going to save this message for the very end. So we'll put this to the side and let's go ahead and start with your tarot. I'm using my Sailor Moon deck today. So pile 1, a big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages, but let's meet your next boyfriend. What do we need to know? Also, if you want a gender neutral reading, I have a reading already uploaded. It's the singles reading, Meet Your Next Partner. I'll put that in the description box. If I forget, just remind me in the comments. Okay. So pile 1, let's meet your next boyfriend. What do we need to know? Pile 1, please, Spirit. Pile 1's next boyfriends. And we'll connect also with your future boyfriend's higher self as well. Pile 1, let's meet their next boyfriend. What do we need to know? I'm gonna take this 8 of Swords. Pile 1, let's meet your next boyfriend. I haven't shuffled on camera in a while. Ooh, the Tower. So I'm really actually looking forward to this. Let's see. We have the 5 of Pentacles here. I think I want to let's get like 2 more cards. We're just taking this very organically, like pile by pile. I'm just doing whatever feels right. I'm filming all day today, so it's gonna be a good day. We've got Justice, and we've got the 10 of Swords. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm still filming and you guys can see everything. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Compacts. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. So your future boyfriend could definitely be someone who's quite young at heart, energetic, definitely someone who is very fun loving, but still very practical, very down to earth. This is earth sign energy, so think Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So someone who knows how to have a lot of fun, but also someone who is, you know, quite together, you know, in terms of like their finances or their career, or just someone who, you know, has their ducks in a row, you know, they're not messy. Okay. So 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, the Tower, the 5 of Compacts or the 5 of Pentacles, and Justice. Holy smokes, pile 1, okay? My heart goes out to you 100%. You have been put through the ringer. And this doesn't necessarily just have to talk about like your romantic history, but I do think that you have been going through a time where there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of change, there's a lot of endings in your life, and to the point to where I think that you were in this point of like apathy and just kind of getting used to being knocked down, and it kind of put you in this place where you sort of just handed it over. You were like, I don't know what to do about this anymore, so I'm just going to basically like clock out for a little while. Like when it becomes too heavy for you, and I think it has, you've just been like, okay, Spirit, okay, universe, like, okay, God, like whatever terminology like you resonate with spiritually, you've just been like, I'm giving it over. Like it's too heavy for me to carry, I'm just giving it over. And again, like this could be talking about your finances, this could be talking about multiple areas of your life, family issues, like whatever, but you've just given it over. Like you did the best that you could you weren't seeing any change or any progress in a positive direction. It just felt like things were just piling on. And I've been through the tower moment myself where it felt like, okay, I've hit rock bottom, and then it felt like there was another layer of bedrock under that. Like, it felt like every time I felt like I hit rock bottom, I somehow sunk even lower. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And after a while, you're just like, yeah, like, whatever. Like, what else is new? You know, it becomes like your new normal. And that feeling of just resigning yourself to that energy, it's almost like Spirit is saying, like, as much as that was hard, as difficult as that was, thank you for still having trust. Thank you for still having faith. And when this person comes into your life, it's going to be as a result of this good karma that you've accumulated, because it's almost like you were put through, I don't want to say this testing ground, but that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like you were put through this series of challenges and setbacks to make you into the wonderful person that you are today. But, you know, it wasn't just for the sake of that, you know, like, it was to prepare you for this connection. And I'm seeing a hummingbird outside of my window, and you know how hard hummingbirds, like, how fast they have to beat their wings just to keep going. And that's what you've been doing. Like, you've been working overtime just to survive, and Spirit is saying, like, enough of that. It's time to thrive. And I think that this new partner is going to come into your life at a time where it's coinciding with, you know, sort of the darkness finally lifting and things are looking better in your life. You know, hope is returning. And I don't think you ever lost your faith. I just think that you were just sort of at a point of acceptance, like, okay, this is a hard cycle, and it's a hard cycle. Like, the only way out is through, I think, is kind of your mindset. And so, you know, if you haven't been going through a tough time, this could have been something that happened in your past where sort of like your outlook on life, like sort of like the energetic, like, vibrational effects of that echoed into your future and into, like, your present self now, and you were just kind of expecting it to come back around again. And instead of that, it's like, okay, the darkness is lifting, and now I'm seeing positive outcomes. It kind of feels like a miracle is what it feels like, you know? In therapy, sometimes they ask the miracle question. I'm not a fan of it, but sometimes they ask the miracle question, and they go over it all the time in my classes. I'm getting my master's right now in social work, and I'm almost done. Like, fingers crossed for me, guys, because I graduate in December. But anyway, so they sometimes ask the miracle question in therapy where, you know, you're obviously struggling, and they ask you, what would it look like tomorrow if you woke up and you no longer had this problem or these problems? What would that look like? What would your life look like if this problem that has persisted for so long was suddenly gone? And the answer to that question is what is coming for you. And it's in the form, partially, of this person, of this next boyfriend. Because again, I think this next partner coming in is coinciding with these positive changes that you're finally going to start seeing in your life, which is beautiful because, yeah, you deserve it. Like, the fact that you still kept your faith through all of this is incredible. Okay, let's get now that we have an understanding of, like, your energy and what's going on in your life and all that, let's get into this boyfriend and who they are. All right, so pile one. It kind of felt like Spirit just wanted to reassure you with the tarot that this next partner is going to be someone who is one that you deserve, like the kind of love that you deserve. You know, like, if you've had a lot of heartbreak and disappointments in the past, like, we're done with that. You know, seems like you've cleared out whatever karmic lessons or whatever you had to learn. You've come into your own. And Spirit is saying, like, kudos to you because you've really up-leveled here. All right. Pile one. Which archetype best represents your next boyfriend? Aw, We have companion, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Tenacity has taken on a special meaning for me. I don't know if you guys have heard me mention this before, but I was having a dream one night where the word tenacity and other forms of it, like tenacious, kept repeating in my dream, and it was so odd. I had never had anything happen like that before. So anyway, every time I now see that word, I think of dreams. So you could be psychically connected to this person before you actually meet them. You could have been dreaming about them or someone like them before you actually come into union. You could have this like weird deja vu moment when you meet them, like it feels like you've known them before. This could literally be someone from your past. But yeah, it does feel like you are psychically connected to them with this loyalty and unselfishness. Like again, it feels like you are welcoming in the energy of a partner, a boyfriend who is going to be a real, true equal to you, someone who is going to match the kind of love that you're giving. So someone who's going to energetically match with you, someone who is going to provide that Two of Cups energy where there is, you know, equal give and take, you know, equal mutual effort, mutual attraction, like everything feels quite balanced. The Justice card talks about scales, right? So things are quite balanced here. Luna and Artemis are also like a kitty couple on Sailor Moon. So again, like you are meeting your equal match here. You're meeting someone who is, you know, like a divine counterpart. Also with the yellow and the golds, like I think of optimism and hope. And like we said before, like the sun coming back in and the darkness lifting. All that's making sense, right? The way they're depicted here also reminds me of, you know, that famous painting, The Lovers, where they're kind of like encircled and wrapped together and, you know, it's like gold, yellow. It's reminding me of that energy of like, this is, you know, like this feels like the energy of a love of a lifetime kind of thing. You know, the kind of love that you would romanticize, the kind of love that, you know, poets would write about. You know, like it feels both grounded and real, and it also feels dreamy and romantic, which is, you know, a beautiful balance. There's a lot here about balance. Okay, let's get into some more cards here. I'm just kind of all over the place. I've got so many decks laid out to the side here. I guess the order doesn't matter. All right, who is this next boyfriend? What will the dynamic be? What do we need to know? We've got strings here. We've got true love. We'll get one more card. We've got friendship. You actually got two cards. And we have daydream. So again, like, you may have seen this person in your dreams. This person could have a lot of the qualities that, you know, you have dreamt of in a person. You know, the type of, especially also like if you've been trying to manifest someone, not maybe necessarily a specific person, but, you know, the certain qualities that you want in someone, this person could be like your dream guy, you know? With strings here, it's so funny like how different these cards can present based upon like the context of the other cards we've gotten so far and the reading itself. With the strings card, like you would think this would be negative, right? But in the context of your reading, it's reminding me of the red string of fate and soulmates, because there's a lot of energy here about a divine counterpart coming through. Especially because your bottom of the deck card here is freedom. So this isn't like, again, it's this beautiful balance. Like, yes, like psychically, energetically, you know, this could be like a soulmate connection, red string of fate, like we're tied to each other, but also we still give each other the freedom and the space to, you know, be individuals. So I love that, pile one. True love speaks for itself. Also, every time I see the music notes here, I always think of, you know, maybe this person, their higher self could be giving you messages through songs, little hints or little clues. Could also signify that you two bond over music, or that maybe one of you is a musician. Maybe that's a hobby for some of you. You know, you guys could like to dance together, or maybe you'll have a song, you know, that's like your couple song, that kind of thing. With friendship here, and especially because you got companion, this could be like a friends to lovers dynamic where you are friends first. And I like to see that because it's very nice given how much instability you had in your tarot with like the Tower and the Ten of Swords, like that's really shaky and uncertain. To have this solid foundation of friendship come through is actually really, really beautiful. Okay, these cards are quite difficult to shuffle because they're just like paper. So I kind of do them a little bit differently. So pile 1, your next boyfriend, what do we need to know? Oh, I said that and it actually came out really, really well. Okay. All right, so we have couple and we have anger here. Very interesting. I do feel like you have kind of gotten to a point where maybe you're a bit like resentful, or maybe you have like some trust issues, or maybe there are some ways in which you are guarded. And it kind of feels like for some of you, you may feel this sense of like frustration at maybe the pacing of this. And I could see it going either way. You know, this is a general reading, but I could see maybe you guys being frustrated that it's moving fast, or maybe being frustrated that it's moving slow. You know, and you guys could be a mixed bag, you know, pile 1. But for some of you, maybe you're a bit frustrated, like I've waited so long to meet this person, now they're here, and like maybe this tendency to want to rush things as a result and not wanting to let that person go. But on the other side of it, you could also just be as frustrated that it's moving too quickly because maybe you have those trust issues from the past and you just want to take things very, very slow. You know, it's going to kind of vary, but there may be a little bit of a disagreement there, or maybe just an issue between you two that you have to work out in terms of the pacing and how this goes. You may sense, especially if you're more spiritually connected than them, you may sense the significance of this relationship before they do. And so maybe you're not happy being friends. You know, maybe you want more than that and the pacing is too slow for you. Or again, it could be the opposite. So just take whatever resonates, but I will say that may be something that you guys have to work on to get on the same page about how fast things progress, you know, and that could be both in terms of physical intimacy as well as emotional intimacy, or even again just sort of the labeling of the connection, or you know, like when you guys become exclusive, when you decide to stop dating other people, or you know, even in terms of like when are we going to move in together, or you know, things like that. It could be a little bit of frustration there in terms of the pacing. Okay. Not everything's going to be sunshine and rainbows, and that's okay. Like, that's what makes it real, you know? Okay, who is this next boyfriend? What do we need to know? Pile 1. Pile 1, please, Spirit. The distorted feminine. Yeah, okay. If there was something that you might need to work on before this union comes into, you know, reality here, it would maybe be working on letting go of control issues and just letting things flow. You know, be in that divine feminine energy, let things unfold naturally, let go of control issues. Those are messages in the Romance Angels, like Doreen Virtue Oracle deck, and those messages are coming out. That deck always like speaks to me even when I'm not using it in love readings. But yeah, that may be something that you need to work on. Also in terms of opening up emotionally. Like, I could see if you went through the Ten of Swords and the Tower and the Eight of Swords, like you may be a bit guarded, and so that may be something to work on, as well as being able to be emotionally vulnerable. You can't have a deep, authentic connection if you're not showing up yourself in a way that is emotionally vulnerable and authentic, right? Like you have to give that to get that. And you know, move at your own pace, you know? You don't have to rush it, but understand that eventually, like, yes, you are going to have to open up. And also, you know, if there's a little bit of codependency, that could also be something to work through. I don't see that being as big of an issue, though, because you did get the Freedom card. Oh, look at this, the distorted masculine. Yeah, so this is actually very interesting now that we have both of these cards coming out. I feel like this is really saying, like, maybe for both of you, like, you've had to work on the distorted feminine, maybe they've had to work on the distorted masculine. And I like that too, because you got the Justice card. And so in the beginning with your tarot, right? So maybe if you're a bit upset that it's taking you, or you feel like it's taken you so long to meet the one, or to meet, you know, a person that you could see having a long-term relationship with, Spirit is saying, like, this is why. Because both of you had to be ready. And we weren't going to bring you into union until you were ready. So I like that. With creativity here, I do think, again, this could be someone that you manifested. This could be someone that you dreamt about. This is someone that, you know, you wished for. You wished for a connection like this. So I also feel like with creativity here, you guys could definitely go on some really cool dates together. Your future boyfriend could put in a lot of effort into the dates, and, you know, you guys would do like activities, like adventures, you know, you would do things that were spontaneous and fun. Yeah, it feels like there's a real playfulness here to the connection. You guys could definitely like act like kids together, do things out in nature, do things that are like adrenaline kind of things, like go to a theme park and ride roller coasters, or go hike up to a waterfall, or, you know, travel, those sorts of things. Okay, what do we need to know about Pile 1's next boyfriend, please, Spirit? Pile 1's next boyfriend. We have flexible. Pile 1's next boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Cards are falling everywhere. I think I'm gonna get one more card. Aw, okay. So we have new love. A new door to love will open soon for you. New love for you is on its way. This could also be a new phase in a relationship. Enjoy the excitement. So this definitely seems like a new person, or someone that you've never had a romantic connection with before. So they could be someone from your past, but they are not an ex, okay? You're not getting back together with an ex. So know that. We have flexible. You may have someone in mind, but your spirit guides want you to know that there are better options for you. This card also pertains to release any unrealistic expectations on a relationship or a person. The vibe that I'm getting from this card is that maybe this person is different than the type of person you've dated before, and that may throw you for a bit, but I think once you get to know this person beyond a superficial level, you'll see that they have all the qualities that you've ever wanted in a connection. But I think in terms of their superficial characteristics, or maybe their physical appearance, they may look different than the type of person that you have dated before in the past, okay? And then we have accept love. Past letdowns and negative experiences are hindering you from letting new love into your life. In order to experience love, you need to open your heart and embrace love. So if there was one thing that was holding you back from bringing this person into your physical reality, this would be it. So I think that's that distorted feminine energy coming forward. And so like you need to work on your receptivity and just be open to love. You know, so whatever you can do to bring that forward, whether that's journaling, meditating, being open to receiving in other ways in your life. Like I've had to work on that myself. Like if a coworker buys me a gift unexpectedly, I kind of get a little bit anxious. I'm like, oh, now I need to buy them something, you know, like, oh, I need to get them a thank you card. You know, like I immediately go to that instead of just, you know, being happy and, you know, and saying thank you and being like, oh, this was nice, you know, and enjoying the fact that someone was thoughtful enough to buy me something, you know. And so like I've recognized that within myself. So maybe you can relate to that, or maybe you have also struggled with that, but you know, just practice receiving. You know, let someone open up a door for you. You know, let someone go and make you a drink, you know, something like that. Like, just in general in your life, be more open to receiving, even in, you know, like non-romantic ways. Okay, I think that's it for those messages. Let's take these cards next. So pile 1, your next boyfriend, what do we need to know? Pile 1. You could be getting some communication soon about this, either from your guides, or you could be meeting this person soon. I say that because the mailman just delivered my mail, and I don't know, that message just came forward. There's also an orange butterfly on top of these orange flowers that I have outside my window. So I do think that, yes, this is a complete and total transformation for you in your love life. We have harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. Pile 1's next boyfriend, please, Spirit. Authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. And then bottom of the deck here we have joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. This person is definitely the light coming back into your life. Even now I'm seeing victory as well. Like, this person feels like a win. This is someone who is going to be authentic towards you, and, you know, is going to speak their truth and be honest. They're not going to play games. But also, this is someone that you feel like you can be yourself with. You know, you can be fully yourself and not have to be self-conscious or worried how you're coming across. You know, you can just relax and be yourself. And I think that's that element of friendship and companionship that we got in the very beginning coming through. With harmony, you just get along really well. I don't see you guys having a lot of arguments or spats or disagreements or stuff like that. Not to say you won't ever argue, but I think just in general, you guys just get along really well. You're on the same page. You know, there's a nice balance there between how they are and how you are. You know, you guys just come together and you make each other, you enhance each other's qualities. You know, you don't take from one another. You are adding something to them and they are adding something to you, and it's very balanced and beautiful. And so when you come together, you bring out the best in each other rather than bringing out the worst in each other. And again, with joy, like, you just have a lot of fun. You know, this feels like a very nurturing connection. You know, you don't feel depleted by this. This connection is adding something to your life. Again, it's not taking away from it. It's not, you know, bringing all this drama, and, you know, it just feels very, like, peaceful. Okay, let's get these cards next. Pile 1, your next boyfriend. What do we need to know? Pile 1, your next boyfriend. Pile 1, please, Spirit. Your next boyfriend. What do we need to know, please, Spirit? Pile 1, your next boyfriend. Pile 1, your next boyfriend. We'll get one more card, I think. Oh, look at that. At bottom of the deck, we have rebirth, new beginnings, and healed. That goes along with the butterfly I saw outside. Like, this is a transformation. This is a renewal in your love life. But also, you know, you have come into your own. You've come into this new phase of your life where, you know, you're feeling a lot better about yourself. I think you've healed and worked through quite a lot of different things here. And I think that it's been a long time coming, Pile 1. It's been a long time coming. With that 10 of Swords and that 8 of Swords we had in the beginning, and Justice, like, you are overdue, I think. You're overdue and yet right on time for the love of your life, you know? Like, this is the kind of love that you've been wanting, that you've been deserving, that you've been waiting for. And I think you're so close. You're so close. And with this anxiety and timing, I feel like you can sense it. I feel like you can sense that you're on the precipice of this. And that is you know, maybe sparking some of that old anxiety. And Spirit is saying, like, just have patience, trust in the timing of all this. And when they come in, like, don't overthink it, don't worry, don't try to hold on too tight. Like, what's meant to be will always be for you. And in the meantime, like, just keep working on your self-love, keep taking care of yourself, know that you are deserving of this love. And if there's any body consciousness that you're having, you know, try to work on that before this person comes in. You know, but ultimately here, everything is working out in perfect divine timing. Just keep your faith. You're almost there. And, you know, change is hard. Transformation is hard. Being birthed is hard. But trust that you are on the right path here. You're on the right path towards meeting this person. Okay. Pile 1, what do we need to know about your next boyfriends? Pile 1, please, Spirit, what do you need to know? We have the bees. This person's gonna put in a lot of effort. You know, they're gonna treat you like the queen of the hive. Like, this person's gonna put in a lot of effort. And with the mushrooms here, I think there's something quite a little bit unbelievable about this. Like, you almost feel like they're too good to be true. But I think that this person is willing to adapt, and they're willing to put in the effort. The mushrooms makes me think of Alice in Wonderland and how she eats the mushrooms, and sometimes she's small and sometimes she's big. I think there's a real flexibility to your next boyfriend. Like, they really are willing to adapt to what your needs are. They're willing to respect your boundaries, and, you know, they're willing to put in the work, you know? I also think in terms of physical intimacy, when I think of bees and like pollination and flowers, I think physical intimacy is going to be, you guys are going to be well matched. Let's say that. You're going to be well matched. Let's get maybe one more card for you all. Oh, I got 2. We've got cats. Yeah, when I think of cats, like, I think of animals that are pampered because cats kind of demand that, you know, like, they don't, they both want to be the boss and they also want to be the baby. Like, at least that's my experience with my cat. And yeah, like, she expects a certain level of, you know, a certain standard of living, you know, like, she expects to be taken care of. And yeah, like, she wants that closeness and she wants to cuddle, but she also wants her independence and her autonomy. And so, yeah, I think that your next boyfriend is going to give you the space to be yourself, but they are also, you know, wanting to take care of you and, you know, be there for you and be a partner. With the praying mantis here, I also, again, think of physical intimacy with this card. I don't know why, it just comes out. But yeah, I do think that in terms of the physical intimacy, it's going to be very rewarding for you. And then we have house. So if you're wanting home and family and marriage and all that stuff, I do think there is a potential for that here, if you're willing to put in the effort. Because it seems like they are willing to put in the effort from what I'm seeing thus far. And with house, I also think of a stable foundation. So I think that this connection is going to be quite stable. I'm not seeing a lot of ups and downs with this. It may take a while for you guys to move from friends to, you know, a partnership, but I think once you do, it's stable. There's not a lot of ups and downs. With power here, I do think that you guys both are coming in and, again, you're adding to each other's life. There's no one here trying to control someone else. You know, it's not like this push and pull power dynamic where, you know, they're playing mind games or like it's not like a cat and mouse kind of thing. You know, it's very just, you guys are both very mature. You know, and it's because you've been through so much. You're both very mature, and, you know, like, there's no power plays here. You know, no one's trying to trick someone else or get one over on somebody or use somebody. It's just a very authentic, mature connection. Bottom of the deck, we have devotion. So yeah, there's a lot of just loyalty towards one another, a lot of mutual devotion. You know, like, you just really have a lot of value towards one another. You really respect one another, and yeah. Okay, so let's end your reading now with your love message. So this is a message from your boyfriend's higher self. What do they want you to know right now? So we have romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. So this tells us quite a few things here. One is that you could be meeting this person in an unexpected way. This could be love at first sight, even if neither one of you is willing to admit that. Third, lots of romance in this connection, and we got that with the creativity card. Like, this is the type of connection where you give each other thoughtful gifts and you go out on these spontaneous adventures, and you know, it feels cinematic, it feels like a movie. We also got the red string of fate with that strings card. We got that message, so that could also be talking about a soulmate connection, and that's why it feels like love at first sight. What else am I getting with this? Could be happening soon. Could be happening soon. Okay, so pile one. This was your reading. I hope it resonated. Thank you guys so much for letting me do this reading for you. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I will see you in my next one. Take care, pile one. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be shuffling on camera today. I'm going to put this message to the side because we'll be looking at it at the very end of your reading. So let's meet your next boyfriend, Pile 2. What do we need to know? And a big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages. We'll also welcome forth the energy of your future boyfriend's higher self. And our heart is already flying away. All right, Pile 2. Let's meet your future boyfriend. What do we need to know, Pile 2? It's nice to be shuffling on camera again. It's my favorite way to do readings. So this is going to probably be a longer reading because we're shuffling on camera, so if you guys can just be patient with me. We've got the 9 of Wands to start us out. The Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, was wanting to come out. We've got the 3 of Cups. We've got the 8 of Cups here. Your reading is similar to Pile 1 in the sense that the tarot is kind of giving us a little bit of information about how this partnership is going to come to be. So don't worry with your oracle, we'll get into like who this person is. Which is fine, like you gotta let spirit direct. Like how they want to tell the story is how they want to tell the story. Like you just gotta let it unfold. I need one more card, please, Spirit. One more card. Ah, the World. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, let me make sure you guys can see. You can see all the cards. Awesome. Ah, your bottom of the deck. Oh man, this is playing out just like Pile 1 did. Pile 1 also had a court card at the bottom of the deck, and you do as well. So I think your next your next boyfriend is represented by this King of Wands. And I have to admit, I love the King of Wands. He is probably my favorite king. Him and the King of Pentacles, I'm all about it. This is fire sign energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Now, it doesn't mean they have to be that zodiac sign. This could be a significant energy in their birth chart. It could also be how you perceive them. So I think definitely you perceive your future boyfriend as someone who is charismatic, charming, quirky, funny, playful, lighthearted, gregarious, sociable, someone who's quite spontaneous, adventurous, fun-loving, optimistic, generous, someone who is quite creative, someone who maybe be, with the World card as well, someone who could be well-traveled or from a different culture than you or a different background. Someone who could be maybe a little bit dramatic at times. Someone who could be like a jokester, a comedian, someone, again, who's like really funny. Let's see what else I'm getting from this. Obviously, divine masculine energy, not surprising here. Given that they're a king, though, quite mature, quite mature. Like, as fun-loving as they are, they're still very mature, which is good. You want that. You want a grown person. Okay. So we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 9 of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Cups, and the World. So similar to pile 1, you have some divine timing at work in your love life. Surprise, surprise. This is definitely going to be a connection where there is an element of fate, an element of destiny, an element of this person is someone who has been worth waiting for. That's the message that comes through. Like, you know, 8 of Cups, like, you've had to walk away from some breadcrumbs. Like, you've had to say, like, I deserve better, you know, and this could be in multiple areas of your life. Could be talking, obviously, about your love life, but you've had to walk away from situations and circumstances that you had outgrown, things that weren't good enough for you, you know, where you're like, I deserve better than this. I really do. And, you know, I'm not going to keep hitting a wall and keep putting in effort to where, you know, I'm not seeing that effort matched. I'm not seeing the reward. You know, this is not benefiting me. This is not serving me. And so let's move into, because I'm walking away from what is not good enough, I'm welcoming in the type of person that I deserve. And, you know, this is where you have a sense of completion, where you have a sense of emotional fulfillment. You know, this is the type of connection where you're gonna feel like, okay, like this person is everything I've been wanting. This is it. Like, this is, like, I don't see how it could get better than this. Like, this is the type of connection where you feel fulfillment, where you feel content, you feel at peace, you feel happy. With the 3 of Cups, like, this is the type of connection where you want to celebrate, where you're like so grateful, so happy, you want to tell all your friends about it, like you're just over the moon, like you feel like now you have it all, and you feel like luck has smiled on you, like, okay, like the universe answered my prayer or my wish here. And the 3 of Cups could also talk about the setting in which you meet this person. So you could meet them in a crowded setting. You can meet them when you're with friends. You can meet them through mutual friends. This person could be a friend of yours already for some of you. Let's see what else is coming through with this 3 of Cups. You could also meet them at an event or a celebration of some sort, like a graduation or a party, something like that. I think that's everything that I'm getting so far. Also, again, with the World card, like I said, you could meet this person on vacation, or maybe when one of you is traveling. That could also be a thing. Okay. And this could also be talking about your future boyfriend's energy, like they've had to do this as well. You guys could be mirroring each other in that way. All right, which archetype best represents your future boyfriends? Pile 2. Which archetype best represents your future boyfriends? What do we need to know? Which card best represents your future boyfriends here? Which card best represents your future boyfriends? Which archetype best represents pile 2's future boyfriends? That's funny. Isn't that... I'm sorry, pile 2. I'm sorry. I like this though, because you got the divine masculine energy, right? With the King of Wands, but now we have the Mother, which is the ultimate divine feminine energy. And so it feels like your, I almost said your future spouse, it feels like your next boyfriend is someone who is balanced in their feminine and their masculine energy, and they're going to be someone who is very nurturing towards you and someone who wants to take care of you and protect you and give you as close to unconditional love, I think, is possible. This is someone who's going to be very giving. This could also be someone who's like a good cook, someone who wants to cook for you, or and just take care of you in like those divine feminine ways that we think of. You know, someone who's going to be a good listener, someone who's going to be emotionally intelligent enough to like hold space for you and listen to you. Someone who's going to make you feel really at peace with your heart chakra here. I do see this repeating green, and I like this because you got the World card. And we talked about a sense of completion and a sense of wholeness, and this person is everything. And so again, it's that beautiful balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So this isn't going to be like a macho kind of guy who can't, you know, someone who's like really insecure in their masculinity, and so they like, you know, are sexist, or they can't, you know, emotionally talk about anything, or, you know, they have to be a tough guy. You know, that's not this person's vibe, like not at all. And the King of Wands is so confident that he would definitely be someone who wouldn't mind being interested in feminine kind of things. Like, you know, this would be someone who wouldn't think that it's girly to take care of yourself. Like, you know, this would be someone who's like, yeah, like I like to look nice, I like to dress nice, you know, like that doesn't, you know, like there's no like toxic masculinity coming from this person, which is really nice. Okay, let's get into the rest of your oracle cards now. Where do I want to go with this? Let's do this deck now. So pile 2. What do we need to know about your next boyfriend or the dynamic between you two? What do we need to know? With the green here and the Mother card, this person could, because this is making me think now of Mother Gaia. So your next partner, your future boyfriend, could be someone who really loves the outdoors, and maybe even someone who's into gardening, but someone who definitely likes to be outside. And so some of their hobbies could be like outdoor activities, you know, like kayaking. I don't know, like water stuff is coming up, like swimming. You know, maybe they are into sports, athletics, you know, maybe they did cross country in high school. I don't know. Stuff like that. Anything outdoors though, like fishing, or maybe they even just like to meditate outside, stuff like that. All right, pile 2. We've got chemistry here, love it. We've got family. So your next boyfriend could be a part of your soul family. Oh, I love to see freedom. I love to see that in a love reading. Oh my gosh. These cards are going a little crazy. I just need one more card, please, Spirit. Oh, 2, of course. Balance again. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys can see that card. You can. Awesome. Oh, bottom of the deck we have passion. So physical intimacy, gonna be great with this person. Yeah, chemistry here. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of like fireworks, physical passion. It's gonna feel quite intense, I think, in the beginning, especially when you're in that honeymoon phase. But I think it's, you have this beautiful balance between like this person lights a fire in you, and yet they feel quite stable and dependable and reliable and, you know, like comforting. You know, they both feel like an adventure, but they also feel very cozy, and that's a beautiful balance to have. And again, balancing out those divine masculine and divine feminine energies, we got confirmation that we were on the right track with that Mother card. So I like to see that. Double 4s, so lots of stability, definitely a potential for marriage with this person. If you want to have children, there you go. Also though, this could be someone that you know from childhood. They could also be a soul family member, and this is a soul level connection here. Chemistry speaks for itself. You know, you guys are really gonna be the type of couple where you can playfully joke with each other, you can tease each other, you know how far to push it, you know, like that witty banter kind of energy. I love to see that in a love reading. And yeah, I think you guys just get each other's vibe. Yeah, you guys can say a lot to each other without having to say anything at all. You guys are really great at reading each other's nonverbal body language, your nonverbal cues. With freedom there, again, like it has this feeling of home and safetyness and security, but also this feeling of freedom and adventure and spontaneity. And so, yeah, I like to see that balance there. I like to see that you guys are still individuals, like first and foremost. And with the open up card, I didn't even mean to lay this down like this, but I feel like there are no accidents in tarot. So, yeah, that could be the one thing. There's always one thing in a love reading, and this could be it. That maybe you guys both like to keep things light and fun, and maybe it takes a while for you to open up emotionally. You know, maybe there's been some past hurt. And so, you know, maybe in terms of getting in those deeper topics, maybe that's hard for you. It could honestly be hard for your future boyfriend. Like, I'm seeing that more so than with you, although this could be both of your energies coming through. But I think that they are willing to listen and hold space for you and respond to your emotional needs, but maybe it's harder for them to open up to you. And they would rather just laugh it off or make a joke, you know, rather than get into the nitty-gritty of their emotions and their past pain and their hurt. And I think it's also because this person is so optimistic and they don't want to dwell in the past. And sometimes they take that to an extreme where, you know, they repress it when they think they're moving on, but actually they're just repressing their feelings. And so that may be something that you teach them, or maybe that you guys both grow in that way as a result of this connection. So just take whatever resonates. You know, you guys are all on a different journey. It's a general reading, so always just take what resonates. Okay, let's keep it moving. Pile 2. All right, making awkward eye contact with a guy walking by. Okay. Pile 2. What do we need to know? Pile 2 about their next boyfriend, please, Spirit. Pile 2, what do we need to know about this connection? Pile 2's next boyfriend. We've got boundaries. Pile 2, their next boyfriends. Soulmates. I love saying I told you so when it's good news. Oh man. 2 cards came out at the same time. Okay. You guys aren't gonna like this one, but we'll get into it in a second. Okay. We've got boundaries. You need to set better boundaries. Keep your energy balanced and protected. If needed, spend some time alone. It's okay to say no. I feel like this is a message for both of you. I feel like you two are going to just be like explosive in the beginning. Like, I think that there's so much chemistry. There's so much attraction. There's so much... it's so intense, the energy, that you could get swept up into this. And this is just saying, like, try to slow it down. Try not to get in so fast. Like, just slow it down a little bit, simmer down, you know, like, just don't get so caught up in it that you neglect other areas of your life. And Spirit is saying, like, we get why you feel that way, but just try to slow it down a little bit in the beginning, because there is a potential here for you to get really swept up in the romance and for them to also get very swept up, and, you know, maybe other aspects of your life fall to the wayside because you get so deep into this connection. So just be mindful of that. This message also came up given that we have family here. You know, just use protection. Like, if you don't want to get pregnant right away, like, you know, just be mindful of that. Now with soulmate here, it says, yes, this person is your soulmate. There is a strong spiritual bond between you and this person. This card also pertains to new friendships with kindred souls and attracting the right people. this card speaks for itself. Like, you two are soulmates. Like, this is a soulmate connection. We got that over and over again, especially with all these cards talking about balance. Like, this is a divine counterpart, absolutely. And you even got this confirmed again with the past life relationship card, because, I mean, hello, like, soulmates tend to share like past lives together, and that again I think is adding to the intensity of this connection. This could also be someone from your childhood. Just take what resonates. Okay, it says your souls know each other from previous lifetimes and you have been together with this person before. There is an instant attraction and recognition on a soul level. I had the feeling that I've known you. Actually, I feel like you knew me. So yes, that's adding to the intensity of this. Now, with this third party situation card, some of you are aware of this because maybe you're watching this reading and you are in a relationship with someone that you're not happy with and you haven't left yet for whatever reason. No judgment, you know, it could be like financial or something, some sort of extenuating circumstance that's keeping you in a situation that you're not happy with. So some of you are aware of this and you're with the wrong person right now and you're wanting to move out of it, and you're watching this reading to give you some hope for the future maybe. Others of you, this could be talking about maybe your future boyfriend right now is in a relationship that they're not happy in, and maybe you meet when they're still like talking to that person or trying to end it. This could also be talking about the fact that maybe you or your future boyfriend has been cheated on in the past, and that could be why this door is a bit closed, because maybe there are some trust issues. So it says there's a third party interfering with your relationship. This can be a literal rival or people gossiping. Family or friends may try to influence your relationship. That's an important message as well. Maybe there will be people in your life saying like, you're moving too fast, you need to slow down. Are you sure this person is the one? You know, there could be some chatter about this connection. And I think you're gonna feel quite protective over it because you have this inner knowing that this is your person. So just take whatever resonates, different situations for different people watching this reading. Okay. Let's get some more messages now about your next boyfriend, your future boyfriend. What do we need to know? Please Spirit. Pile 2. We got prosperity. As this tree grows strong, so fine, so I may prosper from the universal divine. You've got success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. And true love come to me. True love shall come to me. As I do will, so mote it be. And then we have harvest as your bottom of the deck. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring to me harvest. I am ready to receive my all. So, a couple different messages here. For some of you, your future boyfriend is someone who is quite successful in their career, and they could be going through a really great time in their career when you meet them. This could also be talking about you, or you guys are both experiencing this. I could see that being a thing for your group. Also with true love come to me, again, like we got soulmate several times, now we're getting true love coming through. So yeah, I can absolutely understand like why you would be swept up in the moment, why you would be swept up off your feet, you know, dumb and in love, you know, like that honeymoon phase feels like it's never gonna end, you know, it just feels very magical, pile 2, very magical. I also feel like this could be talking about a joint soul mission, and maybe you two could start a business together, or, you know, if you were to even just like supporting each other in your career. I feel like you two are like a power couple, like stronger together. Also could be signifying a lot of success just in general, like in your marriage, like, you know, you would have children who would go on to do great things, you know, that kind of, you know, if that's what you're wanting, that could also be on the horizon for you. They could also just be like financially stable, well off. So it could represent like you being with this person is then an up leveling in your finances. Like maybe they live in a nice home and you end up moving in with them, you know, something like that could be a possibility as well. Okay, let's get into some more love messages for you all. I need to make sure I'm using all the decks here because I'm going out of order like compared to pile 1. All right, let's meet your next boyfriend, pile 2. What do we need to know? Pile 2. Abundance. Yeah, your cup overfloweth. I think there's abundance here in terms of finances, in terms of wealth. There's an abundance of love. There's an abundance of connection. There's a spiritual connection, the emotional connection, the physical connection. Like this, you got the World card in the very beginning. Like this is everything to you. This is everything to you. Yeah, it feels like a treasure. Soulmates again. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting very hyper. I'm so excited for you all. Like even your card in the beginning, like golden honey, like yes, 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 yes. Like this is so beautiful. Like it's so, so beautiful. Spiritual maturity. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You also got boundaries again. So, okay. Okay. I need to gather myself for a second here because this is just so much. Like there's so much here about alignment, you know, like chakras aligned, like energetically. Let's bring together these soulmates. Like it feels so beautiful. Like it just, and the only thing is just not getting so swept up into it that you are veering into ignoring every other aspect of your life and just completely enmeshing with this person, because that's how intense it is. Like this is like a love story, you know, like this is, I think you guys are gonna have a really great story of how you came together and how you met and how your relationship developed. And listen, like there may be a lot of chatter around this connection, and I think honestly it comes from people wishing they had a love like this and not trying to be jealous necessarily, although some people may be more overt about it. But I think you just have a love that other people envy or that other people pray for. Like this is like, you know, beyond like relationship goals. This is just, wow, like those two people are meant to be together. Like this is as perfect of a match as you could get. Like this is, yes, like this is it. You know, like other people could see you from afar and still see your love for each other. Like it's just, I wasn't expecting this kind of message from this reading, to be honest, and to see it just makes my heart feel so full and happy and excited for you, pile 2. Okay. Let's see what else we have now. And yeah, with that boundaries card, I think oh wow, I just dropped the oracle cards everywhere. Just be respectful, you know, of like what their needs are, what your needs are. You know, don't get so wrapped up in the connection that you forget who you are as an individual. That would be like the one word of caution here. All right, pile 2, what do we need to know about their future boyfriends? What should pile 2 know, please, Spirit? Finances again. Like, yes, 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 yes. Like, this is going to be a real up-leveling in your finances. And again, like that could be because they're so supportive, they encourage you to go after your dream, or you guys build something together, or again, like they are financially well off and that affords you more opportunities maybe to pursue things that you want to do, things like that. Pile 2, your next boyfriends. Pile 2, your next boyfriends. Remember, you guys got the Eight of Cups in the very beginning, and then we also got third-party situation. Some of you, it's not for everyone, but for some of you, if you're watching this and you are with someone and you're not happy, you're gonna have to leave what you're not happy in order to give yourself to this new connection, you know? And that could be also them, like having to walk away from, you know, a romantic partnership that's not serving them. So just take what resonates, but it's kind of like the third time we've gotten that message. And also, I think just leaving the past behind, you know, like just in general, like past heartbreak, past disappointments, past resentments, like just let it go. It doesn't matter anymore. And really, you were being prepared for this connection. We've got ego, focused on material things, actions from a place of fear. Okay, so possibly for some of you, maybe that's where this boundaries card is coming up. For some of you, maybe your future boyfriend is overly focused on their career, or maybe that is you. I could see with the King of Wands being someone who is quite focused on like being the best, because there is a little bit of competitiveness with fire sign energy. And I say that as a Leo myself. I'm not really competitive with other people though, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, I do think they're, and it could be not that they're competitive with other people, but more so they want to be better than the person they were yesterday. And so it could be something that you have to be a bit mindful of, that maybe they are just a little bit sensitive sometimes. Like, maybe you'll be joking or teasing with each other, and then you'll say something and then they get offended and you didn't mean it that way. But, you know, they have a little bit, fire signs can have a little bit of a fragile ego. Like on one side of it, they like to hype each other up and like, you know, make their friends feel really great. You know, they're like a great cheerleader, you know, they're like a great life coach kind of energy. But then on the other side of it, you know, they can be a little bit sensitive in terms of their own ego. So it's just something to be mindful of, I think. And that could be talking about you. It could be talking about both of you. It's just be something to think about. No one's perfect, right? Like if you're watching this reading and you hear something that you don't like, just remember, no one's perfect, okay? We've got yes, go for it, do it, no doubts. And we've got autumn, September, October, and November. So this is giving us very soon, right? Like, I don't know where you're living at when you're watching this, but where I'm at, autumn is, I think September 22nd is when autumn starts. I could be wrong, but I think it's around that time when autumn officially starts. So wherever you're at, the fall season is significant in terms of this connection. So that could be when you're meeting this person, reconnecting with them if there's someone from your past. You know, it could be when you get into an exclusive relationship. So if fall is a long times away, or you're thinking maybe this is talking about next year, you know, that could be when you guys become exclusive or something like that. With the yes though, green light go, like you can feel safe to love. Like you can feel safe that whatever you're walking away from, this is who you're walking towards. Like you can feel good about saying yes to this person and yes to this connection. I also feel like with this yes card, this person really gets you out of your comfort zone because they're so adventurous and spontaneous. I could definitely see them pushing you out of your comfort zone, especially if you're more of a homebody. I could see them doing that as well. Okay, let's get into these cards over here. Pile 2, what do we need to know about their future boyfriends? Pile 2, future boyfriends. Pile 2, future boyfriends. The moon. Okay, quite a lot of messages with the moon. I do feel like emotionally there's going to be a lot of understanding. Like once that door opens up, I think there's going to be a lot of mutual emotional understanding, and you're going to feel very seen by this person. I do feel like parts of this connection are hidden from you at this time. There's an element of mystery, whether that's about who this person is or how you come together. But I do feel like there's parts of this connection that are hidden from you at this time. And I think this is also calling for you to have faith. Like if you doubt whether you could actually meet someone like this is calling for you to have faith. Creature's paw. There's something animalistic about this as well. Like, you know, there's just this gut feeling, this inner knowing that like, yes, this is my person. Lots of sexual attraction here as well. Physical intimacy is going to be great. Snail, this may move slower than what you're wanting to at times. And again, I think that this is spirit like wanting you to take things slow. Whereas, you know, in terms of how it actually is, I think it's quite explosive, like I said in the beginning. But Spirit is saying, like, slow it down. I don't think you're going to want to slow it down, but Spirit is saying, you know, take it slow. The doll card here as your bottom of the deck. And they're going to treat you like you're something precious. You know, this is like a porcelain doll. You're something precious. They're really going to take gentle care with your heart. They definitely are very, very attracted to you physically. And I think also if you think of different phases of the moon, this connection could go through like several different phases. This could be, yeah, I think just a connection that has longevity here, you know, like you could be dating and then be married and then, you know, become parents together, you know, things like that. Like you could go through different phases. The Soul, Emily Dickinson and the Soul. I mean, this is a soul partnership. This is a soul partnership. We have history. You could have history with this person in this lifetime. I don't think that they're an ex. But they could be someone from your childhood. This could also be talking about past lives together. But yeah, there could be some shared history, whether you're aware of it or not. And the soul, it's a soul level connection. We've gotten that message over and over again in your reading here. These cards are harder to shuffle, so just bear with me. They're very much just paper. So, pile 2. Messages about your next boyfriend, please, Spirit. Pile 2. Pile 2's next boyfriends. Okay, this card is calling to me. Lots of mutual support. Ah, the enemy card. Interesting. This could be enemies to lovers kind of vibe. With the enemy card too, though, I do think that in some ways, like if you're not careful, you could be your own worst enemy in terms of this connection. Like if you choose to doubt it, if you ignore your intuition, if you think you're not good enough for this person or someone as amazing as this couldn't be interested in me, if you let your doubts and insecurities take over, you know, like you could be feeling triggered in some ways, a bit jealous, a bit possessive. So just be mindful of that. You know, that's not going to resonate for everyone. And you may think, oh, I would never be like that. And then you meet this person and you're like, all of a sudden you're all jealous and possessive and you're like, what is happening? You know, so just be mindful. Just be mindful. But yeah, I think there's a lot of mutual support here. This just feels like it's good for your soul. This connection is good for your soul. Your soul is wanting this person. Okay, so this is a message from your future boyfriend's higher self. What do they want you to know at the time of you watching this reading? We have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. See? I do feel like they could be supporting something in your career. Like if there's something you're wanting to do in terms of your career or like your life's mission, soul purpose, I feel like your next boyfriend is going to really, really help you out with that. And this feels like future spouse energy, like all day long, to be honest. Okay, pile 2. Wow. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved filming it for you. Yeah, I hope it resonated. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads or do any of the other things that I just listed out. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. It's been really cool to see the community grow. Every time I read the comments, you guys are so sweet and wonderful, and yeah, I feel very grateful. So yes, I will see you guys in my next one. I am beyond excited for you, and I hope that you allow yourself to get excited about this connection. I'm now seeing a cardinal in the trees outside my window here. Every time I see cardinals, I always think of soulmates because of my Yule Oracle Season of the Witch deck. So yeah, again, soulmate connection, 100%. So yes, I will see you guys in my next one. Take care. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we're actually going to leave this message for the very end of your reading. Let's get into your tarot. A big thank you to my guys and your guys for coordinating these messages. Hopefully my voice doesn't go out while I'm filming your reading. I've already filmed another video before this, so doing the best that we can today. I'm also going to check and make sure we're still filming and we don't have any, we don't run out of storage space. Okay. Let's go ahead and welcome in the energy as well of your future boyfriend's higher self if they would like to come through. So pile 3, let's find out here. Queen of Swords. Who is your future boyfriend? What do we need to know? I'll be curious to see like how your reading plays out compared to pile 1 and pile 2. I love this Sailor Moon deck. It's so pretty. I was scared to order it off Etsy because it had reviews that said like the cards were missized or some of them were like miscolored, and I took a chance and ordered it anyway, and very happy. Let's see here. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, and I want to clarify this 3 of Swords that we're seeing here. Can we clarify this 3 of Swords, please, Spirit? Too many cards. Can we clarify the 3 of Swords, please, Spirit? Can we clarify the 3 of Swords? Ooh, the 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, now this 3 of Swords also came out in reverse. For those of you who are unfamiliar with how I read the tarot, I just read them in the context of the entire story that I see and the energy, using my like intuition about it. I do take notice though of which direction they come out in. I just like, for the sake of readings, tend to put them all upright, but I am noticing that as I'm shuffling. Now, let's go ahead and read out what you have. You have the 3 of Compacts, or the 3 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Strength card. We have the 3 of Swords. And now we have clarified this 3 of Swords with the 5 of Cups in reverse. So if the 3 of Swords made you nervous, don't be nervous. You know, the 3 of Swords traditionally can talk about heartbreak and loss and grief and disappointment. And seeing the 5 of Cups clarifying it in reverse makes me very happy, because the 3 of Swords also came out in reverse. So I do feel like this next partner that's coming in for you, your future boyfriend, is going to represent an end to that type of energy. So, you know, this sort of loss over what was, especially if you are honest with yourself and you're watching this reading and you're like, you know, I am kind of hung up on an ex, or yeah, like I am holding on to resentment or anger about the past. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a romantic loss. You know, for some of us, issues with our parents can absolutely affect our love life, you know? Like if you've ever taken a psychology course and you know about the attachment styles, if you're unfamiliar, you can Google that. There's a lot of information online to find out about it. But you know, like if you have an anxious attachment style or an avoidant attachment style or a disorganized, disoriented attachment style, that can make forming relationships with romantic partners as an adult that are stable and secure very difficult. And you can change your attachment style with some work, but you know, if there's some family issues that you need to heal, some issues with parents or caregivers, if there is resentment, anger, the people that you need to forgive in your past, whether they're exes or friends who have done you wrong, you know, that would be something that I think that is happening prior to you meeting this next partner, this future boyfriend. But I think that if you're struggling with that healing process, I think your future boyfriend makes that quite easy for you. You know, I think that they help you with that, and I think they help you clear out that energy, which is really exciting, really beautiful to see. I think I want to place this like this. Okay. Now, with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like you're speaking up for yourself. You know, it really feels like you're in an energy of standing in your power when you meet this next partner. Like, you are really not settling. You know, you are calling in what you want. You recognize what you're bringing to the table with this Leo energy, like quite confident. The Queen of Swords is not someone to be trifled with. You know, like she holds firm boundaries, and yet I think you are still emotionally open, more so than the Queen of Swords like typically is. And I think that when you meet this next partner, you're quite focused on your career or your goals, your friendships, you know, you're collaborating, those sort, you know, like that kind of energy of just being open and receptive. But yeah, I think you're doing your own thing, you know, when you meet this next partner, and I like to see it for sure, because it tells me that you're welcoming in someone who's going to be matching that energy. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Chariot, and she is represented by Sailor Venus. So I think success in love is absolutely assured for you. I do think that this next partner, this next boyfriend is going to be a keeper. Yeah, for sure. Like I think this is going to be someone that, you know, like you've earned this, you know, you've worked hard for this. It's time for you to stop being in an energy of like having your heart broken and being disappointed and let down. I think you're just willing to, I don't know, I feel like you're ready to make a clean break with the past, you know, like you're like, I'm tired of dwelling on it. I'm ready to move on, and you know, it is what it is, and you're following your own heart. You know, Leo energy rules the heart, so I feel like you're just ready for success in all areas of your life. You know, you're like, enough is enough. Which archetype, please, Spirit, is best representing pile 3's future boyfriends? Which archetype is best representing pile 3's future boyfriends? We have networker. That makes sense with the 3 of Pentacles. So you could be meeting this person through work in some way. That could be a possibility here, absolutely. But it says, enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So I definitely feel like your next boyfriend is someone who is really great at communication, someone who is absolutely able to have adult conversation, someone who can be mature about things, someone who is willing to compromise, see other sides of the story, someone who is able to see like the positives in everyone, and someone who's great at bringing people together. And I think also I think you're quite inspired by how this person moves through the world. Like they're just quite confident, quite self-assured. You know, they know how to achieve their goals, very ambitious, hardworking. Yeah, I feel like you're quite in awe of this person in a lot of ways. Let's get another archetype card for you. I'm just feeling called to. We have the Goddess energy. It kind of makes me laugh. Some of you may have clicked on this reading and you're like, I want to hear about my next girlfriend, but but you know, men can also have this goddess energy, absolutely. And so it really feels like this is someone who takes great care of themselves, someone who is really great at embracing the feminine side of themselves. And another pile got that message as well, but this is someone who, you know, is again like open to talking about their feelings. You know, they're open, I think, also to learning about things that they're unfamiliar with, especially like if I think of goddess, I think of like moon cycles and things like that. So especially like given the fact that you're watching this reading, like if you're interested in spirituality, your next partner may not know anything about that at all, but they are open to learning about it. And I think also this could be talking about how they see you as well. And so they see you as a goddess, and so they're like, I have to match that energy, you know, like I have to come correct, you know, is kind of the message that's coming forth here. I think also in terms of like your physical compatibility with this person, I do think that the Goddess card signifies that, you know, like they definitely like prioritize like you feeling good as well. It's not, you know, they're not selfish in terms of physical intimacy is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so pile 3. You could also meet this person through friends or like mutual acquaintances. So pile 3, what is the dynamic between you and your future boyfriends? What is the dynamic or the nature of the connection? Flirts, yeah. I do feel like words of affirmation could be a love language for them, or, you know, that's just like what really does it for them is like verbally flirting. I think quality conversations. I think they like to tease and joke around. I'm getting a little bit of Gemini energy from them, I will say that. Maybe Sagittarius as well. Memories. Okay, so quality time could also be a love language for them. So making memories, spending that quality time together, being adventurous, being spontaneous, having fun. We have the caution card here. I do think that this could be because of your past. This could also be their energy as well. I do think that you all could be quite cautious about one another in the beginning, especially if you see them as someone who's very charming or charismatic, someone who talks to a lot of different people. You may question, like, are they dating other people? Are they seeing other people? Are they really interested in me? And so, you know, you may approach the situation with caution given your history. I could see that being a thing. They could also be cautious about how they approach you though, because like I said, you have this energy of like being really empowered at the time that you meet this person, and so they may look at you and they're like, oh, I gotta come correct, you know, like I can't mess this up, you know, like this person has some standards, you know, and not in a bad way, but in a very good way because of respect and self-love. Like, you know what you deserve, and so this person is stepping up. They're stepping up. They're stepping up to what the energy that you're putting out, which is one of self-love and respect. So with the influence card, I could definitely see them trying to talk to other people and see, like, you know, what the deal is on you, what's the scoop, like, you know, what do you like, what are you interested in, you know, trying to get some little bit of intel on you before they make their move. You know, because they want to, I can see this person trying to impress you a little bit, for sure. That could also, again, be signifying that you have some mutual friends or mutual acquaintances, or that you may end up working together. Connection. I love to see this card. This card to me is always signifying like the Two of Cups because of the two champagne glasses, like the music here, like you guys being on the same page, on the same wavelength, like energetically aligned, a good match, you know, good communication between you two. The sun is here illuminating everything. You know, when you're together, it just feels like you're on an island all by yourself. Like it feels like this, the energy is like you're on vacation all the time. You know, like when they're in the room, they're all you can look at and you're all they can look at, kind of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of romance here too. They will definitely, I think, try to wine and dine you, kind of thing. Boundaries, yeah, they're going to be very respectful of your boundaries because, again, like they know they have to come correct. And I think the Queen of Swords, like she's got boundaries, like they're going to be really respectful of those boundaries. And yeah, I think that they want to add to your life. They don't want to take from it. Music could also be something that you guys bond over. I think that message came out in pile 1 as well. Reparenting yourself. Yeah, remember in the very beginning of your reading, we got that message about maybe it's not even necessarily about an ex. Maybe it's about, you know, a difficult relationship you have with a parental figure, you know, your mom or your dad or, you know, whoever your caregiver was. You know, maybe you had a difficult childhood. Maybe this is something that, you know, you're having to learn is self-love and how to take care of yourself. And by doing so, that's going to help you in your love life. Yin and yang. So connection and yin and yang, like this could be a divine counterpart, a soulmate connection. But I think ultimately, honestly, this connection feels very grounded and very earthy. Pile 2 felt very spiritual. This doesn't feel quite as spiritual yet, although we haven't gotten through all your cards yet. But honestly, it feels like you two really balance each other out. And so, you know, this could be definitely a situation where opposites attract, for sure. All right, pile 3. What do we need to know about your connection with your next boyfriend? Pile 3. Connection with your next boyfriend. What do we need to know? Pile 3. We have different paths. I'm going to read it out in a second. Let's just get the rest of your cards here. Honeymoon was coming out on top, so we'll take that message. Oh my gosh. Stop. Okay. Okay. This is difficult, right? Let's clarify this karmic relationship card. Past life. Okay, 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 okay. Whew. This is interesting now. Okay. Different paths. You and this person are no longer on the same page. What you want in life may differ from what they want. It's time to face if the road ahead is still with this person or if it's better to move on to something new. And then we have Honeymoon. This card stands for the pure energy of romance, affection, and bliss. You will soon experience these energies no matter if you're single or in a long-term relationship. We have karmic relationship. This connection serves as a catalyst to prepare you for the real and high vibrational love you are feeling. Very pulled to this person, therefore it appears to be the real thing, but it is not. Integrate the lessons that need to be learned. And then we have this clarified by the past life relationship card. Your souls know each other from previous lifetimes and you have been with this person together before. There's an instant attraction and recognition on a soul level. Okay. Remember, this is a general reading. So I can read this 2 different ways. The first way I can read this is that you are getting together with this person at a time when you have cleared out or you have ended a karmic relationship with someone that you were no longer on the right path with. And when you meet this next person, you're gonna feel like you are in this honeymoon phase and it's going to feel very balanced and very healthy, okay? Now, on the other side of that, The other way that I can read this is that this next person is going to be a karmic relationship that prepares you for your soulmate, like your forever person. So for some of you, like, this next connection is going to be the real deal. For others of you, this next connection is going to be a karmic relationship that prepares you for the real deal. So it's like you got one more person to go before you get to your forever person. That's not ideal, but it's not horrible either, is it? Now, just take what resonates. Like, if you're watching this reading and you're like, no, like, I am practicing self-love and self-respect right now. I have absolutely gone through the process of reparenting myself. I absolutely know my boundaries. Then I feel like you can feel pretty safe in knowing that this next person is not a karmic relationship and you've actually cleared out the karmic relationship. So you can kind of make that determination for yourself, pile 3. Like, where are you at? Like, are you really upset? Are you holding on to past resentment? Do you still have a lot of issues? You know, you haven't reparented yourself? You feel like you have some things to work on? You know, you're not great at setting healthy boundaries and maintaining them. You feel like you have some more stuff to work on. Then you know, like, okay, what's next is a karmic relationship that is going to prepare me for the real deal. And so just be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Like, where are you at? I can't tell you where you're at because it's a general reading, but I think that you know where you're at right now. So I know it's not rainbows and sunshine, but, you know, this is why we pull lots of oracle cards, because we try to get as clear of a picture as we can for everyone who is watching. Okay. So let's keep it moving. Let's actually use these cards now. Pile 3, the connection with pile 3's next boyfriend. What do we need to know? Pile 3's next boyfriend. What do we need to know, please, Spirit? We have self-love. You are enough. Know your worth and body positivity. So that's your second message there about self-love. We've got water signs, so they could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or that could be a significant placement in their birth chart. So think Venus, Mars, could be their rising sign or their moon sign. We've got wishes, stars align, dream come true, and fulfillment. Sorry, I know the shuffling sometimes takes a while. We've got forgiveness, release negativity, and good intentions. Bottom of the deck, we have summer, June, July, or August. So this could be a significant time frame. So this could maybe be like when you meet this person, when you get into an exclusive relationship with them. So just take whatever resonates with that. But that could be a significant time period. Okay. Now, with this forgiveness card, again, like, I think this is so key. I think there are people who have hurt you, and there are people that you have to forgive to move on. Some of you right now watching this may be, another group got this. You could be right now in a partnership that you are unhappy with, and you may be watching this right now and be like, I am in a karmic relationship right now, and I'm watching this reading because I want to know who my next partner is, and, you know, I need some sort of sense of hope for the future that things can get better. And maybe you're stuck in this karmic relationship because of finances or some sort of extenuating circumstance that is keeping you tied to this person longer than what you would like. You know, life happens. It's not always as simple as walking away and leaving. You know, sometimes things are hard. You know, like maybe you have to live with this person and you can't afford to move out and live on your own, and so you're just kind of stuck there for some reason. You know, just apply it to how it resonates to your life. So for some of you, that karmic relationship is the one that you're in right now. So if that's your situation, you can forgive this person even when you're still stuck, you know? You can still forgive them. And it's hard, it's difficult, but go ahead and start working on it. Now, I do like to see this wish card, and I do like to see the self-love card coming out again. Like, this really makes me feel like regardless of what your circumstances, you are being prepared for the love of your dreams, like the love of a lifetime. Like, you're being prepared for that. So how you kind of, I don't want to say like speed the process up, but how you have that process go as smoothly as possible is through practicing forgiveness towards yourself, for allowing yourself to be treated in a way that was lesser than what you deserved, if that's the case. If you tend to do a lot of self-blaming, forgiveness of other people, and through practicing self-love. Okay, let's get into, I think, this deck now. Pile 3, what do you need to know about your future boyfriend? Pile 3, your reading is so different than pile 1 and pile 2. Like, pile 3 is always like wild card group, I swear. All right, pile 3, your next boyfriend's best possible decision. Oh my gosh, I love to see this. This is the reassurance that we needed. Yes, like best possible decision. Like, you can trust your own discernment and love. Like, you can trust that you make good decisions for yourself. And it's because of that karmic relationship. It's because of what you have learned. We have creativity and we have justice. Yeah, with justice, like, the scales are being balanced again. Like, karma will be served, you know, and safe travel. Like, you're moving away from those choppy waters. You're moving into a good stage in your love life, and it's through the clearing of that karmic relationship. And yeah, like, you're getting the Venus energy again with the Justice card. Like, Libra, the scales are being balanced in your favor. Like, things are working out. And creativity, like, dare to imagine like your dream love life. Like, dare to imagine that and hold that vision and make decisions that are in alignment with that vision, because you are deserving of the love that you are wishing for. You are deserving of that, pile 3. Okay, bear with me because these cards are difficult to shuffle because they're just like paper. So pile 3, their next boyfriend, what do we need to know? Pile 3, consequences. Yeah, like, people have to understand there are consequences to their actions. Like, you don't need to feel guilty about leaving behind anything that's not serving you. And like, when you forgive people, that is for your highest good, not for theirs, you know? Like, it is for you. It's for your transformation, so you can move into a better phase of your life. Bottom of the deck, betrayal. Like, you're leaving that behind, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. You don't have to feel, oh my gosh, it says left behind. You don't have to feel bad about that. Like, you don't have to feel guilty about that in any way. Like, if people had acted right to begin with, you wouldn't have to forgive and move on. And that's the thing, like, even when you forgive them, you don't have to keep them in your life. It's totally up to you, but you just have to forgive so your heart's not heavy, you know? But yeah, like, you don't have to feel bad about leaving behind people who have betrayed you. People have to understand that, like, they reap what they sow, and that's just what it is. Someone definitely may already have their eye on you. Someone may already have a crush on you, even if you are like stuck in a karmic relationship right now. There could be someone who has their eye on you, and you could have your eye on someone as well. Maybe that's why you clicked on this reading. But yeah, I think that this transformation that's coming forth is well deserved. Like, you don't deserve to be stuck with people who treat you poorly, pile 3. You deserve so much better than that. All right, let's keep it moving. I won't keep repeating the The same messages. All right, what do we need to know about your future boyfriend, pile 3? What do we need to know? Ghost. Ghost. We have skull. Okay, the ghost card can talk about someone from your past returning. The ghost card can also talk about, whoops, sorry, I got distracted. The ghost card can also talk about someone who frees you from those ghosts, you know, someone who helps you, you know, release the past and move into the future and clear out some energy. And sometimes that's a little bit uncomfortable. You know, they may do that through triggering you in some ways, but it's for your highest good. With the skull card, reminds me of Pluto and Scorpio, like death. So it feels like, yes, like you have to clear out the old to bring in the new. That metamorphosis card, again, like this is signaling a lot of personal growth and self-development and transformation. And I think also a lot more comfort, I think, also with physical intimacy. Like if that's been a struggle before in the past for whatever reason, I do see some healing in that area as well. With milk here, I think it's just good for, you know how they say like milk is like calcium is good for your bones, it's good for your, you know, it's good for your health, okay? With it being next to the skull here, it's just that just came up. Like this connection is going to be good for your self-development. Like regardless of which message you were resonating with, like whether this is going to be karmic or whether this connection is a result of you clearing out karmic energy, I think regardless, it's good for your self-development. Like this is a connection that pushes you to grow, regardless of which circumstances you were identifying with. We have belonging. Yeah, like you're gonna feel, I think, at home with yourself, and at home with this person. Feels like a sense of comfort. We have love and we have justice again. Yeah, like this is, you deserve to come home to yourself and you deserve to come home to someone who treats you in the way that you deserve. And so it's great to see that. You deserve to be adored. You deserve to feel love. You deserve to have a balanced connection. Like you deserve to feel like you belong in this connection and not like, you know, like when you feel it down in your bones, like this is right, this is good for me. That's it. Like you deserve that feeling. You deserve to feel like your soul is at peace. You know, you don't want to feel haunted by the past with that ghost card. You don't want to be haunted by the what ifs. You want to feel good. And you're either like welcoming that in or you're going through a connection that pushes you to welcome in that energy. So wherever you're at, you know, take what resonates. Okay, this is a card from your future boyfriend's higher self. Let's see what they want you to know. It says, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yeah. Like that goes so well with your messages of self-love and self-respect and forgiveness. Yeah, like letting go of the past, accepting the present for what it is, and time to welcome in the new and time to welcome in what you deserve. So pile 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you the comfort and the clarity that you needed. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. Thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. I will see you guys in my next one. Best of luck to you in all areas of your life, and I will see you guys in my next one. Take care.